Ready? Okay, relax. Gently bring your hands to the front. Interlock your fingers. Slowly bring them up. Turn and push up. Tilt your head back to look up. Okay, relax your chin, relax your arm. Open. Interlock your fingers again. Lift them up. Push them towards the ceiling. And then while stretching, you lean to the left. Up. Then to the right. Up. Keep stretching. Then turn to your left to look behind. Back to the front. And turn to your right and look behind. Back to the center. Relax your arms. Separate them. Bring them down to the front of your dantian. Interlock your fingers. Lift. Turn. Push. Keep hold of the hand and just lean your body back and look up. Come back up. Relax your arms, separate your hands. Bring them down. Interlock your fingers. Lift, turn, push. Bend forward. Keep looking ahead. And then go down as slow as you can while keeping your legs straight. Relax. Turn to your left. Press down as slow as you can. Relax. Turn to your right. Press down. Relax back to the center. Press down again. Turn your palms. Separate them. Gently come up. Interlock your fingers again. Lift, turn, push. Then bend forward. Go down as slow as you can. And then squat down. Straighten your legs. Turn your palms. Separate your hands. Come back up. Interlock your fingers. Lift. Turn. Push. Bend forward. Go down. Separate your hands. Wrap around the back of your ankles and pull your body closer to your legs. Then slowly relax. Come up. Raise your arms. Press down. Raise your arms. Press down. Once more. Relax. And okay, just relax your legs a little bit. Inside, outside. Okay, relax. Good. Excellent. Right. Hopefully we're all warmed up now. And as you know, we got 2 people here. Yesterday we got 1 on site. So today we've done very well. We've got 2. So hopefully next time we may get 3. And then eventually we get 30. Okay, good. Right, let's start with the Daoyin 养生功12法. Okay, revision and revalidation really also. So let's start with the first 2 postures. Okay, like yesterday, what we did, our format was through the day was we're going to do a couple of postures, make some corrections, obviously me leading you guys and then you guys demonstrate. We make some corrections and suggestions and so on and so forth. So it's 2 at a time. Hopefully we'll be able to finish all 12 of them today. Okay, good. Right, let's start with the first one. Hang on a second. Let me just adjust my camera. It looks like it's a little bit angled out. Is that the right one? Yes. Sorry, it doesn't look center. Maybe this is centered. Is it? Hopefully this is more center now. Yeah. Excellent. It looks like I'm in the center now. Okay, good. So let's get ready to start the first one. Okay, ready? Preparation stance. 夜阑人静，万绿抛。一手丹田，风七窍。呼吸徐缓，搭鹊桥。身轻如燕，飘云霄。Okay, relax. First one, I am your mirror. Squat. Step slightly wider than your shoulders. Up. Center your hands. Press down. Open. Shift weight. Step in. The other side. Second one. Relax. The other side. Okay, relax. Okay, good. Let's do that one more time, and then I'll see how you do it. Okay? Ready? Over this way slightly. Preparation form. Rid all thoughts and worries out of the mind. Focus your mind on your dantian and close all your sensory organs. Breathe slowly and naturally with the tip of the tongue touching the roof of the palate. Body is as light as the swallow. Relax. First one. Second one. Right, I think everybody's doing okay. Obviously, there are bits and pieces that we need to pay attention to. Number one, Daoyin 养生功十二法 was created by Professor Zhang Guangde, who was the actual creator of the system called Daoyin 养生功. Daoyin 养生功 was not originally, well, it's still not, health Qigong system. Okay. Now, the reason why the Daoyin 12 becomes the health Qigong, Daoyin 12, was because in so many years, Professor Zhang Guangde had been devising, creating, promoting, you can say, Qigong for health. Now, one thing strange is Professor Zhang don't like to call it Qigong because he feels Qigong is a new word and it's not really a system that's been back called for thousands of years. Many people think Qigong's been around for 1,000 years. That's rubbish. There was never a word called Qigong until 1950s and 60s. Used to be in different types of, in different names. And one of them is called Daoyin, exactly what the name here, one of them, one of the systems. So if people tells you Qigong, this exercise has been around for thousands of years, it is true. Exercise like Qigong has been around for thousands of years, but they have never been called Qigong before until the 1950s. So Professor Zhang calls his exercise called Daoyin exercise. Daoyin 养生功, Daoyin life preservation or promotion Qigong, okay, or Gong exercises, okay. So he's been doing this for over like 50 years, and obviously probably in the last 10 years, since the popularity of health Qigong becoming much bigger and bigger, not only in China but around the world. So he was invited to, in a way, help, in a way, contribute something towards health Qigong. And hopefully it will bring closer connections and working relationship really between the two systems. So therefore, he actually used some of the distinctive exercises or movements from his system with over 50 different exercises, different forms, and put them together and call it, obviously, based on his understanding, his knowledge. These 12 exercises put together can help promote health and obviously help to improve conditions, medical conditions as well. And therefore, he actually created this system and contributed, you can say, to the health Qigong system. So therefore, in the Daoyin 养生功, must importantly remember, Daoyin 养生功 is a system do not belong to health Qigong. It's only this form that Professor Zhang Guangde created by using some of his significant movements that he's created and put together as a form which given to the health Qigong system. And this is the only one that is recognized as health Qigong. Everything that Professor Zhang has created still remain a system called Daoyin 养生功. And one significant difference is characteristics, you can say, he still remained that traditional Qigong preparation. In health Qigong, we tend to cross our thumbs like this. But Daoyin Yang Sheng Gong is just overlap. Okay. And also at the beginning, instead of man on the left, lady on the right, inside, at the beginning, all Daoyin Yang Sheng Gong, including this one, is left in for all men and women, and right outside at the beginning. Okay, no crossing thumbs, just overlaps. Okay, so this is the first one. Obviously, you could hear the poem. That is a very trademark, significant, very, you can say, a landmark poem that he uses in all his exercises to try to help people calm their mind, relax the body, improve the breathing before they start. Okay, to go together with this. Now, so when we do it, I notice 1 or 2, we actually cross our thumb. So don't do that. This is actually just simply overlaps. Okay, good. Lao Gong to Lao Gong. All right. So what is Lao Gong to Lao Gong? Center of the palm is called Lao Gong. But if you poke a needle through it to the back there, it's called the back Lao Gong. All right. So that means that your center of Lao Gong on one hand is putting on the back Lao Gong of another. So don't cross it like fingers to fingers. No, it's Lao Gong to Lao Gong, front and back, front to back, Lao Gong. Okay, so this is very important, number 1. Number 2, as we do this, the first movement, I noticed some of us not looking correctly. Okay, so remember the detail, especially instructors, because when you teach it, you want to be as close as possible. All right, so what do we do from here? First one is, as we flex a knee and make a step, make sure it's slightly wider than your shoulders. And then as you move your body weight, centralize your body weight, you sort of stand up naturally. We call it the Tai Chi straight. That means that you don't lock your knee or you don't bend it. Okay, you're sort of naturally standing up straight. But while you're doing this, you actually raise your arm to the side and turn your head to the side where the foot steps out. Okay, so from here, flex your knees, make a step first to your left, raise your arms and turn to look to the left. And please do remember, look at my hand, it's facing back, not down. Okay, so you need to twist your arms slightly more because Daoyin Yang Sheng Gong is very, you can say, a very distinctive exercise where it involves a lot of twisting. Okay, and therefore, when we do this, we try to make sure that we twist enough. All right, so from here, we look to the left, twist the arm so that the palm is facing behind. Okay, and then we slowly rotate the hand to face down as we bring them to the front. Okay, just about shoulder width. And I notice some of us, when they come down, the hand starting to close in. No, try to keep it more or less shoulder width. A little bit narrower is accepted. It's acceptable. But don't close it in like this. Okay, so it should still be more or less shoulder width. All right, so look to the left as you stand up. Bring your hands together in parallel and you look ahead. Then press down to where? To about the level of your belly button. Don't go any further yet. This is a step. So don't just suddenly come in, all right? So you need to feel like you're pressing down like you do Tai Chi. Okay, until you get to the level of your belly button. Then, and remember this point here is about shoulder width, but it is okay to be a little bit narrower, but don't bring them sort of like this. Okay, good. Then what do we do next? We slowly rise up and sort of curve the hand out to the side again. Now this time, we just simply rise up and raise our arm. But the head, what do? We look to the other side. Again, bring the hands back, facing backward again. Okay, so this is the steps need to be quite clear. Okay, looking back. Then what do? We bring the hands forward. In fact, the hand movements are the same, except your head, okay, is turning one side to and then another. Then as you bring your hands back to the front, you gently shift your weight back to the right. Then step in. Gently relax your hand, press down and rise up. Exactly the same as the other. You step out on this side, you look this side. And then when you finish pressing down and rise up, you look away from the side that you stepped out from. Okay? So from here, same thing. This time, flex your knee, step to your right, raise your arm, turn to look to your right. And then back to the center, press down, and then rise up and look to your left. Then shift weight as you bring your hands to the front. Step in, press down, rise up. Okay, so hopefully that's clear enough for everyone. All right, a few things we must pay attention to. Number one, you step out to one side, left or right, because you do it one side on each other. Wherever you step out, you raise your hands. You look to the side where you step out to. So I step with this one, left or right, forget about it. This leg I step, I look here. And then I finish all this up and down thing. And then when I finish off rise, I look away. And then come back. Same thing, step here, I look here. And then I do all this, and then I look away. Come back. Okay, so look to the side you step. And then when you come up, look away to the side you step out, and then bring it back. Okay, good. So first thing you must remember. Second thing is, as you step out, remember your hands is not facing down or diagonal, it's facing back. So twist it as much as you can. And it is level, more or less shoulder level. Okay, relax your shoulders. Yeah, so very important. Third thing, your stance is about shoulder level, maybe a bit wider. Okay, so that's the first posture. 前缘起愿. Okay, good. So follow me, let's do that together. Okay, we just do the first posture. We skip the preparation form now. Ready? Step. Look to your left. Bring the hands to the center. Press down. So remember, don't close your hands too close to each other. Down to your belly. And then rise up and look away. Bring the hands. Shift. Step in. Press down. The other side. Step. Center. Press down. Look up. Rise up and look away. Shift. Step in. Press down. Now, please remember when you do this, you must try to twist your arms enough, okay? So therefore, you can do it as a flow, but don't do it like without twisting enough. You know, you need to feel the twisting on the arm. Don't just like this or slightly back. You need to really turn your arms before you bring, because otherwise there is no sort of a stimulation, not enough stimulation. Okay, so from here, you're starting to go backwards. Can you see? Go backwards. You don't need to go up and turn. From here, you're starting to turn backwards and then twist and then go back to the front. So you can feel the actual twisting before you come back to the front and down. Same thing here. When you finish pressing down, you draw back, twist already. Can you see? So say if you're going up here and turn, it's a gradual progression. And then shift your weight and step in. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. All right, so bear that in mind. The second one, I noticed a couple of people sometimes are not really getting that direction right. Okay, number one, you need to turn to your left, starting with towards the left first. So you turn to your left, you'll raise your arm. Again, can you see my arms is facing back already? All right, so you can see here, it gives you a lot of exercise opportunity. So make the best of it. All right, so from here, turn to your left angle, raise your arms. Okay, so your arms is already twisted. Okay, and then what do? We slowly turn to the left, squat down, and touch pose. Okay, good. But I noticed somebody, if I turn it slightly more, you can see. Can you see this? Make sure it's relaxed. When you need to relax, you have to relax. Okay? So therefore, remember, you can turn. Good. No good. Good. Can you see? Relax. Touch your pulse. If you know anything about Chinese medicine, you go to see a TCM doctor, the first thing they will do is they look at your face to see whether they like you. And then they will see your tongue, and then they will touch your pulse. Some will touch your pulse first and test your pulse. So it's like you're testing your pulse. Okay, so very important that you actually touch, and then you imagine you are reaching out in a curve upwards. But then when you actually turn your fingers, yeah, the ring finger, try to keep it close to the pulse. Don't let it get away. And here. Okay, so no good. No, stick to it. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. All right. So in a way, it's stimulating these three little points there. One of them is in particular Taiyuan. Okay, so when you turn, you're practically doing a little bit of a massage on it. All right. So don't move your hands away from the wrist and do this. You should really use it like this. Okay, so more or less in touch, in contact, and before your hand come together. Okay, good. Watch me again. So turn. Make sure you come back to the other side. Squat down, lift your heels, and then step out. Go forward and circle out to diagonal, and then carry on circle as you sit back. See, stuck to it. Step, and then rub, rub, draw a little curve. What does it look like? The bagua shape. Okay, like this. All right. And where do we look? Away from the top hand. Okay, away from the top arm. Okay, then the next one, when we finish, we can relax, lower your hands. Your body, your eyes can glance to here, looking at the top hand, before it comes back to the center. Okay, good. So same as the other side. 1, 2, no. Good, 2. Relax. Can you see? Relax. 2. Touch pose. Step forward. Come back. Make sure it sticks. Don't separate your hands. Stick to it. Open. Look. Excellent. And then glance. Center. Okay? I hope that makes sense to you. Remember, when we do this exercise, it is important we use the waist, we use the twist, use the touching of the pulse, and then also a gentle rub. What do we do here? We rub against the Lao Gong point to stimulate energy flow, okay? But a very gentle rub and open. And your top arm and the bottom arm should be lovely extended with a small curve. Okay, and fingers is turned to twist inwards, so it's facing side to side more or less. Not everybody can do as much as that, yeah? But try anyway to turn the fingers inwards. Okay, good. And then look away from the top arm. Okay, good. And then glance back to the center. All right, your go, everyone. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take everybody through so that you can sort of get an idea again. Ready? One. Touch pose. Step forward. Come back. Step in. Rub. Look away. Relax. The other side. Come in. Touch pose. Relax your shoulders. Step out. Forward. Come back. Step in. Rub. Relax. Okay, let's do that one more time. So remember the turning. Touch pose. Step out. Forward. Come back. Step in. Open. Look away. Relax. The other side. Step forward. Come back. Relax. Okay, Good. So just bear in mind all those little things that we mentioned, especially instructors. Sometimes details, the devil is in the detail. Okay, so make sure we know at least some of these little details, at least most of it, so that it won't be too far off from our teaching. Okay, good. Now next, get on to the next one. The next one is 老骥伏枥. Remember the one? We step sideways, raise the arms, bring the hands together, rise up, squat, and then bring it back to the front. Shift weight, step in. Okay, let's do that together, everyone. Get ready. Shift, flexion knees, step. Back to the front. Shift, step in. The other side. Step, squeeze. This one, everybody's doing okay. Now, a couple of things that we need to pay attention to. Number one is when we raise the hands, stepping, everybody's okay. Try to keep it more or less shoulder level, shoulder width and shoulder level. And then when you bring the hands in, try to imagine your elbows are coming together under your chin. Okay, good. So the fist is just under your chin. All right, like this. So you will create a little contraction on your chest. Okay, so no good to go already close. Still trying to be about shoulder width, shoulder level. And then as you come in, you gently contract, compress your chest in a way and contract. Okay, good. And then when you rise up, obviously slightly less than your slightly wide, sort of a slightly wider than your shoulder. Okay. And then what do we do next? Is when we actually go back, make sure far back and then pressed, remember the points, but then make sure you actually hook up. Okay. And also with a little intention of squeezing the back. Good. And then turn to look normally starting with the left and then the next one to the right. Okay, good. So remember these two things. Number one, when you step, obviously slightly wider than your shoulders so that you can do a horse stance. But then when you raise your arms, make sure they about shoulder width and shoulder level. And then slowly contract and bring it in under your chin. Then let go. You see? So contraction, relaxation. Don't have to be too high, just about relaxed, straight. Okay, slightly wider than your shoulders so that it can go behind like this. Okay, and then come down and hook back as you squat down. So squat down and hook back. Okay, feel the little contraction on your shoulder blades. and then relax back to the front. The hand is like this. Next thing. No. Good. Relax your hands. Back of the wrist are together, more or less. Yeah. So from here, slowly come up to about the diaphragm or the sternum. The sternum, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. You're starting to curl like this. Can you see? No. Good. And then flick open. All right. So there is a process from here. One together. No. No. Good. Up. Then curl and flip over. Flick your fingernails before you come in and rise up. All right. So it's not too difficult, this one. Just need to be aware of the little, yeah, compression. Obviously, remember, compression doesn't mean that you have to go like this. It's the mindfulness that brings in, because you're bringing your arms back. So you bring it back by contracting your shoulder blades and pulling the arms. Just enough, okay? Don't try to do too much. Yeah? Then curl your hook back and pull back. Okay? And then go forward. Good. Relax. Up, curl, back. Okay? Good. Let's do that together. Yeah. Could you just, the hook, do you put your thumb somewhere? Yes. Index finger, the little point here on the side of your index finger, inside, the outside of your thumb. Press it. Okay, press it. Yeah, and then curl back. Okay, with the other fingers, just relax. Curl and relax. Okay, so give a little press. That's all you need to do. And the other fingers are sort of curled back relaxingly. And then curl your wrist as well and pull back. Okay, good. Okay, no problems. Let's do it together, everyone. Ready? Okay, let's do it one more time. Start. When you pull your arm back, don't go too far, too wide, too angled in a sense. Try to still keep it slightly wider than your shoulders would be fine. All right? We don't want to be like this. So in a way, from here, it's just a touch wider than your shoulders, and you go back the same sort of width. Okay? So there's no significant increase in angles. No good. Okay? So from here, if this is like, say, 2 feet in width, then in the back, it should be 2 feet in width as well. All right? Because once you open this, then there's no contraction at all. All right? So please do remember, from here, if this is the width, then it should just simply go straight down and behind. No. All right? Good. Let's get on to the next one. Okay, good. Then we have a short break. The next one is 记昌贯师. Ready, everybody? Let's do that together. I'm sure you all sort of remember now. Yeah? Okay, good. Raise, squat, step, and push. Then hold the fist, turn, draw the bow. Then relax, come back, step in, rise up, squat, step, turn, come back, come back, once more. You can see everybody have one common problem, mistake in a sense, is when you push your hand out, most people is more or less like pushing forwards. In fact, as you do this, it's more like the edges of your palm that is pushing out. So remember, it is more or less the edges, okay, not the palms, okay, because this is only a sort of like a transition. So therefore, when we push out, it's sort of diagonal, facing inward and forward, because the edge is more or less pushing forward. But then what do? We just simply drop the wrist and hold the fist, see? Straight away. Because here you have to turn, yeah? So therefore, don't do the extra step. So from here, push in a curve, up and out with the edge. The Japanese like to call it the hand blade, yeah? The hand blade, this is the edges of the palm. So you are more or less pushing out with the mind of the edges of the palm. Although your palms cannot be totally like this because it's not comfortable, you can slightly turn your palms out, but don't push out like this. You still focus more or less on the edge of the palm. And then all you have to do is just simply relax your wrist and hold the fist straight away, see? And then you can just turn and draw the bow. Okay, draw the bow. That's a lot easier, isn't it? So don't push out like this, edges. Then you just need to relax, hold, see? A lot easier, yeah? Okay, So push out, think about it's like boom, hitting something. Yeah. Push out. Not this. Good. Okay. And then relax, hold the fist, clench your fist. Turn and draw. Okay. So remember this. Now, this is the first one that I notice most people have problems or mistakes. Then the next one, please remember as you do this, for example, like here, yeah? Again, about shoulder width. Clench the fists, bend your knees, turn. Everybody seems to be okay by turning this, the back heel. Good. And draw the bow. But when you come back, make sure you bring the back heel in at the same time as you shift your weight across. Okay, so no good. This, all right? Watch me. Heel in, shift weight. Can you see? Heel in, shift weight as we swing the arms back to the front. All right, so that is done more or less together. All right, so that what happened then is once we get to this point, then we don't have to wait. We just simply step in, press down, and then carry on with the other one. So very often people will tend to go like starting from here and starting to squat. It's okay. That's not a problem. Yeah. And then step out. Can you see? Relax. Turn. Draw. Heel. Relax your bow. Open your fist. Shift weight and heel back in. Step in. Rise up. Okay, so this is the second thing you need to pay attention to. All right, good. So remember this too. Number one, and then shift weight as you turn at the same time by bringing your heel back in. Good. Yeah. So yes, getting there is a bit of improvement there. Just remember this two little thing. Yeah. So practice a bit more. I can still see a couple of you still trying to sort of still have a little bit of this, and then you have to go like turn and then like this. When you push out, ideally you are able to drop it as the palm is more or less facing each other without any turning, if possible. Yeah. So fist push out and then just relax into facing each other. Obviously here we hold a fist and then we turn. But if you want to test it, if you have done your blade enough, you just simply relax your fist and see if your palm can clap. Okay, so this is one thing you can practice on. Yeah, so push out, shoulder width, and then relax without the needing of turning. You just push out, let go, clench, draw. Okay, and come back. All right, so this is something that you can work on and practice with. Okay, okay, so we're going to have a short break and we'll come back in 15 minutes. All right, see you guys later. In the meantime, you have a little think. All right, good. See you later. Yeah.
Yes, Vicky. Can you possibly, when we come back, just go over that weighted turn coming back?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
It feels more like rotating around the leg where the weight is when we come back, transferring the leg, the weight across. It's more like a turn on as the heel slips more on the ball of the foot. Is that right?
Yes, it's more on the actual ball of the foot. For example, like you're here, yeah, you're turning like this. Okay, yeah. So you relax it, and then you just gently shift across as you rotate on the ball of the foot. Bring the heel back in. Can you see that? So it's more or less like this.
I think it's in the, because of my knee problem, I think it's in
Okay.
It's in the relaxation first, and then
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
it felt okay the last time when I tried it, but
Yeah.
when I've tried that, it's really hurt my neck.
I think the problem is because when you're actually doing this, if you relax enough, then your body will be able to help you make the turn, if it makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
turns fine, but I think what I've been doing is I've been turning, and then I've been doing the weight shift
After.
towards the end of that. Yeah, because it's easier on my knee.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, I guess at the end of the day,
But it's all right. I'll get used to it.
yeah, I mean, you need to sort of work on and adjust it and see if you feel comfortable. If not, don't force it. Take your time to slowly build it up. And sometimes because we get used to one way, it's difficult to do the other. So don't try to force it.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
No problem. All right. Yeah. 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 Lee. Yeah.
Is turning the foot so that it's sort of 90 degrees to the other one too far? Because that seems to be where I go. Or
Now, when you turn your foot, just need to sort of, shift your weight over. Yeah. Shift your weight over and just turn enough. Doesn't matter how much it turns. It doesn't really matter as long as you can turn your body. Turning the foot is to help you turn your body further. That's all. That's no reason for it to make a turn. It's just to help you turn because you're turning 180 degrees. You see, if you don't turn your foot, you can't do it. Do you know what I mean? You'll hurt your hip. So try to turn by itself. Don't try to do too much because it's not the turn on the foot that is significant. Is the main thing is the turning. Assist the body to turn.
okay, I thought it was the massage K1.
It is absolutely, yeah. But the thing is, don't try to do too much of it and end up putting too much focus on it. Because once you turn, you're already doing it anyway. So it doesn't matter whether you turn 90 degrees or 180 degrees, you're already doing it.
Yeah.
Then the next one, because we're going to the next one, that is also a fist starting.
Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay, good. Right, if there's no questions, let's start with the. Yes, no problem. Thank you.
For not having a camera. Sorry, right now.
No problem.
I wanted to ask about the Daoyin fist.
Yeah.
Do we, I mean, palm, Daoyin palm, when we're doing the first one or throughout, do we hold, try to assume a Daoyin palm?
Mm,
That's what with Faye we were kind of introduced to that.
what,
Master Faye.
what do you mean? What do you mean throughout the form?
Well, I know definitely at the beginning, the first one, beginning of Heaven's creation,
Yeah.
said to try to create, to squeeze in the small finger and the thumb to make like a valley in the center of the palm,
Yeah.
creating this Daoyin palm.
Yes. So yes, because you see here, like Tai Chi, like Chen style Tai Chi, when you twist your arm, your palms need to go with the flow. Same thing as Daoyin, because we do a lot of twisting, so it's no good to keep the palms open and relaxed. Okay, so try to feel the little twist that sort of wave into the fingers. Okay, so rather than just a normal palm like this. Okay, so yes, that is correct. Every move you make, you should more or less be like a Daoyin palm, where because you twist your arms, so you can see the hands rather than this. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Thank you.
All right. So fingers are closer together, not open. Closer together. Okay. Very similar to Chen style, but not as much as Chen style, if it makes sense. Okay. Good. Now let's get on to the next one. All right. Start. 躬身弹靴。 Okay. Okay, good. I think everybody is pretty good on this one. I mean, obviously, it's not a very difficult posture, but just remember when you actually move your arms out, your arm is not going back. Okay, it is your body that's turning. That's all. Your arm is more or less like going to the side, but because you turn your body, so it looks like your arm is going back. But try to remember, don't try to move your arm away, detached from your body, because then you would have a danger of locking your shoulders and maybe twisting your shoulders, and it could cause like problems to your shoulders. So therefore, make sure as you go, first thing you need to do is to turn the body, initiate by the body, slowly open your fist, and then reach out to the side wherever you turn, however much you turn. I would say corner would be all right, yeah? But if you can turn more, that's good. But remember, don't try to twist your arms, all right? So turn, reach out sideways. You still think about your arms going sideways, except you turn your body so it goes behind. But take again, the same thing, twisting up your arm. Now, don't rush into bringing the hands over and down. Take your time. So turn, then up. Take your time. Imagine you draw a nice big circle. And then where do you stop? You need to turn your body again to the other side so that your hand can come down to about here. Okay? But don't go to the front here. It needs to turn more. Okay? So don't go just halfway like this, square, and then come down. All right? Turn enough so that you can turn your palm in to pass your fist and starting to massage the meridians along the legs, front and back, like this. Then come back to the center. Circle, up, and up. Okay, so two things you must remember. I saw one or two, I think Dennis also. Dennis sometimes seem to rush a little bit, Dennis. You seem to go like too sort of quickly before you actually do any turning, all right? So don't rush it. Make sure it is smooth, nice and big. That's what I like to say, okay? Your body, if you don't do your hands, it'll be like this and this. Okay, so don't do this and then this. No, more. Okay, so your body is like a spring. Why? Because if it's too straight like this, you come down, you can't touch your legs. Yeah, but once you turn more, then your leg is right here. Can you see here? My leg straight away, I can touch it. But if it's like this, then I can't. I can't. Okay, so this is sort of a science, really. All right, so turn your waist back more. All right, so like this. Look, turn and reach out sideways, but behind because of your turning waist. Look at the once the hand goes over, goes to the shoulders, your eyes gaze through the hands or at the hand. And then up, follow it. When it come up here, you're starting to turn your body. You still gaze at the palm. Turn a bit more, then come down. You're still trying to follow at the corner or your peripheral vision of your hand. But then when it comes down, you bend, you're starting to look at your hands again. Massage, top, and then come up to the knee, and then all the way up. The other side is the same. Turn first. Don't rush to move your arm because you twist your arm. All right? Turn sideways. Look up towards, gaze at the palm. Turn more, as much as you can. Come down, past, massage. To the knee, and then up. Okay, so hope that makes sense. Let's do that together. And remember, every time, the one before, this one, and the next one, we do twice on each side. All right? Good. Are you ready? Starts. Back, up, turn, down, massage. Come back. Turn. Remember your eyes gaze at the palm. Again. Once more. Relax. Let's go back onto the this one here, okay? So remember, just a reminder of this movement. Number one is as we turn, the arm will only go to the side, not behind. The only reason why it looks like we're going behind at an angle is because we turn our body, not because our arm is moving back. So very important. So you, especially when you're teaching your beginners, because otherwise, especially a lot of elderly people, if they're not doing it correctly, they might cause problems, injuries to the tendons on the shoulders, and it becomes a bit of a pain to sort out. Okay, so remember, turn your body, open your arms sideways, wherever you turn, wherever it goes. Okay, but don't go any further than your body's sideways. Okay, and then take your time. Remember, as what Tankova say, the Daoyin palm. Okay, a little twist. And then once it get onto your shoulder level, your eyes should meet the palm. All right, and sort of stay connected to it. And then follow it. Use your eyes to gaze the palm as it go up and circle around to the side. Now, as it goes up, the body comes back in to the center. You follow that palm. Now here, don't come down yet. Only when you're starting to turn away from the original turn, then you can bring your hands down, because you don't want this. Okay, so therefore, up as you turn sideways. Over there, eyes look at the hand, and then let it turn with your body until the body goes back to the center. Your hand still going more or less up. It comes down when you start to turn to the other side. Then it can come back down. Okay, and then turn your palm to massage. Turn, hold the fist, come up. Okay, same the other side. Turn and extend your arm. Look at the top of the hand. From here, no down yet. Only when you're starting to turn to the other side, and you can come down. So take your time and don't rush into doing it. And then massage. And come up. Okay? Now, you might come across people might ask you questions. Is what happened if I can't go that low? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this is a common problem for lots of instructors. So you might come across that too. So it is important when people can't go that low, ask them to go only as low as they can on the condition that they don't bend the legs. Okay, absolutely important. So it's no good trying to go down like this. A lot of people would try to do that because they feel I need to go down, otherwise it doesn't look good. All right, so no. All right, so remember when you teach, hiya Pete, when you teach, make sure if people can't go that low, only go as low as they can. And my usual point is if your body can't get there, your mind does. Okay, so that's the sort of principle behind it. So if you can't go that low, then go to here. But just imagine you actually go right down and then you massage and then come back and then come back up. Okay. And same thing, how far you turn back, depending on how flexible you are. So don't push yourself, no good. Like this. Yeah, no. Just go as far as you can. You can test it yourself, all right? As much as you can, even if it's just like this. But then your arms go sideways. Okay? Not behind, but sideways. So how far your arm goes back, depending on how much you turn, not depending on how much you can twist your arms. Okay? So very important as an instructor, because you don't want your student come back, 10 of them come in, 5 of them come back next week and say they've got problem with the shoulders because of this exercise. All right? So very important. I noticed a couple of people do that. And last thing is, remember, when you actually come up over here, don't come down before you're about to turn to the other side. Then you can come down. All right? So no good to go. All right? So make sure it's over, back to the center. When you're about to turn to the other side, then it comes down. And then massage. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right. So let's do once more. I'm going to lead you from behind, and then we do one more posture. All right? Are you ready? Start. Take your time. No rush. Once more. Okay, let's try the next one. Remember, squat, step and push back, shift weight, 犀牛望月, come back, come back. Once more. Okay, good. All right. Yes, this one everybody's doing okay. Because you have got the already the experience from the last time. Yeah. So two things. Number one is as you step, your hand turns and push out like this. Now this time, don't push behind because you feel very uncomfortable. Make sure you have a small angle push. And when you push, you can see my hand is pointing downwards. Okay, so it is a small angle out as you push, not behind, because then you feel very uncomfortable. Because the point of this is you're trying to create a momentum of open and up. All right, so remember, don't push behind, push slightly angle out. Okay, slight angle out, and sort of the palm is pushing against the back wall, more or less, like, yeah, if you know what I mean, pushing against the back wall first. And then you relax your wrist, open your arms, and close back in, like this. Okay, again, about shoulder width. Okay, good. So remember this, don't push back like this. You see, very uncomfortable. Okay, because we're not like the first one that we did. Because this is just stimulation, but this one isn't. It's still stimulation, but we don't want to let it stop there, because once you put back, you cause a lot of tension and it will affect the flow of the movement. Okay, so with a small angle, and then relax, and then turn. Okay, so this is the first thing I notice some of us do, push back rather than slight angle. So that should be like this. Okay, so please do remember, don't push back. Push slightly angled out, as long as it's not too much. Okay, small angle, fingers more or less pointing down as the palm pushing against the back wall. Okay, and then you relax your fingers, turn, and then bring it back in again to look at the rhizosaurus, the rhinos, gazing at the moon. Okay, rhinoceros, not rhinoceros. Difficult to pronounce his name. Huh? Okay, so rhizosaurus gaze at the moon. All right. Now the next thing, again, some of us are quite rushing to come back. Watch me. 1, step and push. Okay, good. And then shift weight, open, turn, twist, turn your heels. Push your heel out, and then gaze at the moon. But then, same principle as the one before. We come back at the same time as we turn the heel back in, we shift the weight over. Okay, so like this. When you finish, come back to shoulder level, shoulder width. Some of us go very quickly. No, remember, try to take your time. Palm is facing up, so what do? We turn the palm as we step in. Good. And then relax. Okay, take your time. Don't rush it, especially your instructor, the step can be a bit clearer. Okay, so remember from here, turn your heel in as you shift your weight. Okay, turn, step, look, step, step, step. I'll make it bigger for you. Step, step. Okay, so this is a little step. Need to be clearer. All right, good. But apart from that, everything seems to be okay. Now, one question earlier before we had a break. The pushing of the heel. Is that a deliberate movement? Do we have to push a lot? No, you don't. Although we try to stimulate the meridians, but the turning of the heel, the main function of it is to help us turn more of the body. Because don't forget, we're from here, we're turning 90 plus probably about 30 to 45 degrees, depending on how much we can turn on the waist and the hip. So the pushing of the heel is to create a bigger angle for us to turn, that's all. So don't try to make it like deliberately rub it and make it massive turn, okay? There's no need. You just need to rub and push the heel as you turn, and as much as you can only. Don't try to do more than you can. Okay, so that's the very important. How far do we go back? Same principle. How far can you turn? All right. Ideally, the corner of the room behind you. But if you can't go that far, then just go as much as you can. All right. But the key here is when you finish, make sure the hand is like this. No. Yeah. Some people go like this. Yeah. No good. Yeah. You make sure even after you turn, it should be like this rather than like this. All right. So from here, it's slightly up, angle back, angled up, because we're gazing at the moon. But then when we come back to shoulder level. And then step in, rise up. Okay, good. Very good, yeah. Okay, so yes, please keep those things in mind. I mean, there's no major problems on that, but it just need to be a bit aware, okay, of the turning. The arm has to be like this. And when you come back, make sure it is more or less shoulder width. Okay, not too much. Good. Maybe a touch smaller. Still okay. Then press down. Okay, good. Excellent. Well done, everybody. So we have a lunch break. We come back at 1:30. Okay, and sorry, Keith.
Question.
Yeah.
On the bend the body brush tubes, when the hand comes down,
Yeah.
massage into here or just
This one here comes down to the here, and then what you need to do is you're not really just like massaging. You're really more or less going for the legs. So you're guiding the exercise. The hand is touching, but don't need to really rub down. You just simply go down and turn, and then you're starting to come down, and then ready to massage the
And do you
legs.
massage coming up as well? Like this?
Yeah, from the ankle to the knee, and then come up. Okay, so your sort of a side here is more or less touching the ankle as it come up to the knee, and then you can just simply come back up. Okay, good, but don't touch it too hard, just gently brush along it. Don't forget at the end, when you do this, turn, push your heel. You seem to have forgotten. Push, push. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, turning the body and push the heel is more or less working together. Okay, so don't forget don't just do this. Make sure it is turn and push. Okay, and I also notice one or two is when you actually push back, you go like this and then push. No, you should rotate and push. Okay, rather than open and then push. Yeah, so try to avoid that. Okay, so from here, it just turn, push. No, open, push. Okay, so the forearm rotates, not the elbow opens. Rotate and push. Okay, remember fingers pointing down, palms touching the back wall. Imagine you're touching the back wall. And then relax your wrist before you turn, push your heel and look. All right, overall not too bad. It's just those little things that need to pay attention to. Okay, no, then push. No, rotate, rotate, push. Okay, good. All right, so no opening this. Like a bear. No good, yeah? Okay, so no good. No, all right. Good, push. All right, let's get on to the next movement. All right, next movement. Let's do that together. Squat down. Step. Open. Step. Squat. And then put your hands together. Rise up. Open. Step. Good. Next one. Open. Shift weight. Step. Together. Up. Step. Open. Step in. Rise up. Okay, let's do that again. You ready? Up. Open. Step in. Step. Squat. Couple of things. The details not very clear. Okay. Now, number one, I noticed. I think Rhonda, and then maybe another one, is stepping a bit too quickly. Okay. So when you actually bring your hands together, you sort of squat down and raise your left heel, obviously starting to the left first. And then slowly bring your hands up as you step, and then click the nails and open. Okay. So the steps need to be a little bit, take it easy, really. A bit, don't rush it. Yeah. So it should be like 1, 2, open, 3. Okay. Now, the next one, I saw most people not really doing it too correctly. When you actually bring your hands to your left, your right hand goes over into a fist and turn it over like this. Yeah. So it's going forward and across. But what about the right hand, the left hand? The left hand is more like a fold. Okay. More like a fold inwards to hold a fist. Okay. So like this. One goes across, the other one comes back in. So it ends up more or less like this. Okay, good. So rather than, I saw, I think Carol and Jan, and may even be a couple more people, is like this. No. Okay, so make sure when you're here, come in. It's like Tai Chi. The other one is a cross, slightly below. You see, this is about shoulder level, slightly higher. Okay, good. And you shift your weight across. Then what do we do next? Please be a bit more clearer, especially your instructors. Yeah. Although you don't have to be 100%, but you need to get the shape correctly. Is 1, the top hand draws back to shoulder level, like a little round thing. Half is a crescent. Okay. With the fist, thumbs down. Okay. More or less level with your shoulders. Okay. So you draw from here, you turn and across, form a crescent. Okay, holding the fist with the thumbs down. Okay, good. What about the other one? The other one was like this, wasn't it? So what you do is you bring it across to the side of your hip. Imagine you're about to punch your hip. Okay, no. Okay, good. Okay, so this is like a round thing. Okay, punching in. All right, so please be aware of these. Yeah, let me show you again. All right, so remember this step. No stepping first. 1, 2, click, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, level your shoulders more or less. This is punching the hip. And look away from the top hand. Okay, good. So watch me again. Look away. Punch your hip. Crescent. Thumbs down. The next one, bring your hands first together in front of your chest, like holding a lotus flower. Remember, you're holding a lotus flower, and then slowly rise up and raise your lotus, and then bring it back to about shoulder width. But don't go just open straight away. You want to be able to lift it as high as you can, and then open. Shift weight. Step in. Rise up. Same thing to the other side. Squat. Step. Open. Across. Diagonal. Step. Look away from the top hand. Shoulder level. Thumbs down. Punch your hip. Come in. Rise up. Step. Higher. Open. Shift. Step. In. Okay, so remember these little things. All right, so let's recoup. Number one, don't step. Okay, take your time. Close your hands first. Step when you raise your hands. Tap. Okay, so come together. Take your time, no rush. When you start raising your hand, you step. And then tap. Okay, next one, go across like this. No, not like this. All right, 1, 2, look away. All right, and then here, go high and open. Okay, as if you're pushing the heels of your palm away when you reach the highest, and then push them away. Okay, so let's do that together, everyone. Ready? Flowers. Open. The other side. Okay, good. One more time. Okay, good. Your go. One more time, then get on to the next one. Ready?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Tariq.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Before can you demonstrate the squatting down, please, just to make sure that our footwork is
Okay, good. Yeah. Squatting down, you mean from actually this?
when you do this and come down.
So this one, this one.
No, when you bring the arms and hands forward, fists.
Ah, right, like this.
This.
Step, sit. So you're sitting on your back leg, back foot. Yeah. And then come up, push with the back foot. Open. Rise up. Okay? Nope.
Yes, because on occasions I've seen someone crossing the legs a little bit too far to, say, for instance, you're on the left, step across too far. Whereas
Yeah.
it's behind, the heel is behind.
Because some people can go very low. You will find in Zhang Guangde's book, let me show you. If you look at his nephew, Zhang Jian, he actually, because their ankles are very flexible. So let me see if I can find it first. Yeah, here. They practically, you see that there? It actually have the foot nearly sideways. Yeah, but this is something that not everybody can do. So do as much as you can. Yeah, obviously, because he has his foot nearly sideways, nearly sitting on his foot like this. So he can step a bit further, but I tell you, don't attempt that. We've been trying that ourselves, but I think it needs a lot of work to actually get the foot flexible, the ankle flexible enough to do what he does. So what I would suggest is just simply put across your legs wherever you can, as long as you can cross your knees. Yeah, because he does this. He actually does this. He nearly sits on it. Yeah, like that. And it is quite difficult. All right. Yeah. Say it again.
So the leg crossed to the back, not to the side.
It's slightly angled. Otherwise, you can't cross your legs, isn't it? So in a way, you need to be slightly angled backwards in order to cross your legs. Otherwise, if you're here, you can't cross your legs. So your foot still need to angle back slightly. If you step to your left, then it's left angle back so that you can cross your legs. Yeah, same thing here. If you step to your right, then don't step behind. You step angle right back behind so that you can cross your legs. Okay? Sorry?
So we sit on the back heel, not between the legs.
It is really between the legs, but more towards the back. So your front leg still take on some weight, but the back leg is making the push up and support down. If you understand that. So when you step back, yeah, you're trying to sit between your knees, but your back leg would actually taking most of the weight, as your bottom will need to sit on it if you cross your legs. Then when you come up, you need to push with the back leg. So in a way, although we say the weight is towards the center, but in fact more towards the back, because you sit on it. Yeah? Okay, good. Yeah, sorry, Keith.
Yeah, I was going to say on that the squat, I would say the majority of my students, the mature students,
Yeah, can't do
would
that.
have really difficulty.
Yes.
And also me as well. Yeah,
yes.
going down that road.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's quite easy to do. It's just like what we did before. Just go as slow as you can. So when you get to this point, for example, like here, yeah, you step back, Just do this. Okay, just do this. Don't need to sit on it. You just need to cross your legs and then just relax your knee a little bit onto it. And then you just come back, step up. Okay, good. So in a way, it's depending on how flexible you are. If you can't do it, then you don't do it. For people who are not able to cross their legs, then I guess you just don't even attempt. All right. So if they can't do it, they can't do it. Don't force them because they might have hip problems. For example, hip replacement or whatever. Sometimes they're not allowed to cross their legs in case the hip disintegrate or detach or whatever. So therefore, it really you really have to sort of adapt it for your students. But as long as you tell them how it should be done, but what can be done when you're not able to do what it should be done, if that makes sense. Okay, good. Any other questions, anyone? If not, let's get on to the next one. How's that?
Just a further point on the hip replacement, because I've got an enthusiastic student, shall we say, with a hip replacement. He keeps on trying, and I keep on saying don't. But would you say just what would you suggest as an alternative if they've had a hip replacement and they shouldn't cross their legs? Just place it behind.
Yeah, I would just say that if they can't cross their legs too much or they can't squat down, what you can do then is to ask them, for example, like here, you just ask them to gently move back the foot back and just stand on that. Yeah, don't squat down. All right, so that they don't put pressure on the crossing of the hip. Same thing here, and then just step back like this. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, step back, but don't step behind. Step diagonal back, because then that helps you support. Okay, same thing here. Step diagonal back to help you support. Okay, so don't need to squat down, because once you squat down, you put pressure on your hip and your knees. Then you might have problems. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. No other questions, and then we'll carry on. How's that? Yeah. The next one. Let's do that together. Okay. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, once more. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I think the only thing I would ask is when you actually do this, try to actually reverse curve your back. So you need to bring your arms as high as possible and as back as possible with the hook curls. Yeah, okay, good. Like this, just about shoulder width. All right, and then you need to bend your knees slightly and bring your legs back. Try to stretch your toes so that the sole of the foot is facing up. Okay, as much as possible. Okay, facing up as much as possible. So this one here, face up as much as possible. Yeah, as much as possible, facing up. Okay, rather than back. Up. Yeah, and then up. Okay, good. So you need to feel, and now not just simply pull the leg back. You need to bend your knees slightly too. Otherwise, you can't really stretch your toes like this. Okay, to face diagonally up. All right, good. So that's the only thing that I would say. And the arms, don't just go like this. Pull back a bit more so that you can feel the whole back is sort of a curve backwards. Okay, curve out, really forward in a sense. Goes like this. Okay, good. So yes, and also the knee should not be next to your other knee. It should be back like this. Okay, good. All right, good. Let's do that one more time, and then we can jump on to the next one. Okay. Ready? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, good. Good. Any other questions before we get on to the next one? No? Okay, good. The next one, let's get ready together. Oh, excuse me. Yes. Okay, ready? 1, 2, push, up, push, up, step in, step, push, up, push, up. Okay, good. Okay, good. Let's do it one more time. Push, push. Now, this one here, again, it goes back to the same thing like the one before, remember? This one here. This is the other one, yeah, like this. So the same thing. Try not to step just behind, then you'll find yourself a bit wobbly. So try to step not too angle, but with a small angle. So you have a small gap between your feet to sit on. If it's like this, then you have problems. go back slightly. So when you sit down, there is a gap between them. Can you see? Yeah, that's good. Same principle here. Push. Okay, good. So come up, hand comes in, then press out. Okay, good. All right, so this is the first point. Like the one before, don't step behind. Step slightly across. So you can see, if you look at the camera, you will see that you can see the 2 feet, not one after the other, slight angle, so that you can see the 2 feet, even they're crossed. Otherwise, when you sit down, you have problems. Okay, but not too much like, all right? Just a small gap. So when you sit, you can sit on them, all right? And you can cross your legs, all right? Good. Now, the first one. The second one is, as in the book, you will see it goes down, up, and then push the line like that, yeah? But in fact, I think it's not 100% correct. I think the line that was drawn isn't really a best description of the movement. Really, your hand just simply curve up, down to just about shoulder level, and then you push out. So what happened to that dip? It's your body. Okay, so not really you're going like this and then up. Okay, so please not to do sort of a coming in, dip down, and then up. Not because of, I think it's just not a very good way of describing it. So it's because your body is sinking down. So your hand looks like it's coming down before it goes out. Okay, so so don't try to go sort of like here. In is okay, but then don't drop down past your shoulder and come back and go out. And I noticed a couple of people also when you sit down and push out. Can you see my hand? It's lower than your shoulders. It should be like this. So therefore, when you push out, be mindful of the level. Okay, come in, drop down to just about shoulder level, and push out. And you should end up like this, not like this. Good. No good. Okay, so be a bit more aware of the level of your hands. And best thing is to practice with your mirror. Okay, so cross, down, push. See, good, no good, good. Up, down, push. Good, no good. Okay, good. Up, step, rise up. Okay, so these are the two things that I noticed that need to be adjusted. Okay, now what was I going to say? When we do this movement, the hands, I notice a few people, the hand tends to be a bit too floppy. Yeah, remember, although we say relax, but don't flop it like this, okay? So remember, as rise up, you can have a small relaxation on the wrist, but don't, okay? Don't go like this. Keep it nicely energized, you can say. Imagine a balloon filled with air, okay? Because we're not doing anything like a hook. So there's no need to actually drop your wrist like this, all right? So try to actually gently rise up. Good. Now here is different because as you come in, you still want to keep the hands sort of a level. So in a way, you can keep it slightly tilted down. So the palm is facing down. But then as you come down, your wrist was gently straighten before it goes out. Okay? But then the same thing, when you finish, come in, you see, relax. Okay? Then come in, press that, come down, push out. But then when you finish, then don't drop it again. Just relax it. Remember, you still need to have control. Don't let it drop by itself. Okay? You need to keep it relaxed, but not like this. All right? Good. So remember, all right? So one, good. No good. No. Okay? Come up, still nicely controlled. And then two. You see, this one here is different because you want to keep the hand facing down. And then come down, push out. Come in, push out. Okay? I hope that clears that. Okay? But everything else, everybody's doing quite well. All right? Just pay attention about crossing your legs. That's all. All right? So don't sort of go like this. Give a bit to the side, diagonally, behind. Okay? So when you sit down, you can actually cross your knees as you sit. Yeah? Okay? And then come up. Close. All right? Good. Let's do one more. And then we have a short break. All right? Next one. Together. Second one. Okay. Again. Second time. Okay, good. Everybody do it quite well. It's, again, simple thing. But remember, as your hand comes up here, the arch here from the outside goes on the side, not to the front. Goes on the side. To where? Up to about 大包 point. Okay? 大包 point. And then when you get to that point there, you want to rub with the outside here against the 大包 point. And then you put your hands together. Yeah. Now, when you put your hands together, try to get the wrist as close as possible. Obviously, not everybody can do that. Don't worry if you can't. Just go it like that. Okay. But then do you find that there's a little contraction here? But then when you open, make sure open up your chest. Don't just go like this and then turn it up. So open up sideways. Okay. Then turn up, flick your wrist. Okay. So this is the only thing that, I mean, up and down is easy. So remember, as you come up, relax your elbow, keep them in a bit, don't keep them out. Because then once you have them out, this part is not really massaging the side there. Okay, your 大包, your spleen. Okay, so therefore, make sure as you rub upwards, keep the elbow back a little bit. Okay, don't stick it out like that. Okay, keep it back slightly so that the arch here, the outside, is massaging along the meridians up to the Dabao point, and then you rub it, rub, and to the center to meet, and then so your chest is sort of like this, but don't dip your head. Keep your head nice and straight. Okay, no, good. Okay, and then from here, open all the way. Allow the chest to expand before you turn and up. Okay, so this is the thing we need to pay attention to. And I don't know, because I can't see, just to remind you in case you forget, is lift your toes as you rub upwards. Okay, and then turn, and then relax your toes. But then from here, grip the toes and up. Okay, again, remember, as we're doing the massage here, we're stimulating the point on your toes as well of the meridians. Okay, so that works together. Okay, so toes up, turn, toes down, open, rise, grip your toes, up, and then come down. Right, let's get on to the next one. Is 凤凰来仪. Okay, ready? Let's do that together. Step, reach out, come back, open, step in, turn, step, Good. Let's do that one more time, yeah? Ready? Good. This one is quite easy, really. And the only thing I would say that is when you actually finish off hooking back, then what you do here is as you sit back, you relax your elbows, turn your hands, and imagine you're chopping up like this, crossing. Okay, so from here, rotate and then cross. Okay, so no good to go like up like this. All right, so it is more like this, jumping forward and up. Okay, watch me again. So one, squat, step, out. up. Now here. Stand up straight. Toes press down. And heel pushes away, downward, although it's lifted. And then sit back. You see my hand here. Come in. Up. Open. Step in. Come down. Same thing. Squat. Step. Rise up. And again. Jab. Open. Step in. Come down. Okay? So this is the only thing that I can notice. I notice that some of us do like this. Okay? No. Okay? Come in. Jab. Jab. Yeah, that's it. Okay?
I have one question for
Yeah.
you. Which hand's on the outside, left or right?
Which hand? Right. If you go to your left hand in.
Left hand on the inside.
Yeah. If you go to your right hand in. And then open, step, and come in. Okay? So that's quite easy. So let's do that together. Okay? Are you ready? Start. Okay, one more time. Okay, good. All right, so we've done well today. Okay, so any questions so far? If not, we go to the last one.
Master Terry.
Yeah.
Just on this one. It's nagging me because I think it's the only time I've seen it happen. In 2019, when I think it was Professor Wang was doing this particular one, and we came round and back. Was he massaging the, what is it called, the elbow point at the same time as he was coming in? Or did I just imagine that? I remember this turning in. It's massage. Is that ever done?
Not that I can remember for so many years. Let me have a look. I don't think there is any such a thing.
I've not seen
Massaging.
any reference to it since, so I may have just imagined it.
Let me just see. I don't think there is any. Well, let me just see. Go so. No, there isn't. No. I think you probably got the wrong one. You're probably doing the Ma Wang Dui maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, no, not according to the book.
Come that close.
I don't think I've ever think about rubbing the da bao. So that may be something extra.
I think what I can remember
Uh-huh.
is at the same time Professor Wang as well. And what you were saying about is exactly the point that you were trying to make a tarry so that you don't scoop your hands out, you know, come in and out. And he said, so it's the blade of your hands kind of touching your rib cage a little bit. You don't lift your arms, which is the point that Tarry was making about guys coming along. I think that was the point that you made at the time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yes, I mean, like obviously, according. I mean, I'm checking on the book now. There's no mention. It actually goes like the hook turns into palms and pass through the side of the waist and then cross in front. So there's no mention of rubbing the da bao or anything like that, or the rib cage. No, it's not. Sorry?
It's going through there so that you wouldn't lift your arms up unnecessarily, which is what the Tarry was drawing attention to.
Yeah, maybe that would be it. But I don't think you need to worry about. Yeah. Probably not. Anyway, we'll go with the materials anyway. So as the material says, is from the hook to palms and past the side of the waist and then cross in front. Okay, and then open and lower. All right. But I guess if if you think about this, I don't think it's not in the English neither. I'm checking on the English one, but I've never actually heard about this, unless I missed something.
I think Dennis's point is, exactly like the point that he was making about bringing it in but not touching the body.
Yeah.
I think that's
Maybe just a sort of visualization. Imagine you're going past the ribs, rubbing the ribs, but just keep it close. Really, is that what you're saying?
not necessarily rubbing, but it's keeping close so that what Tarry was telling us, not to make sure that we don't just go like this.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think that's the only thing that I can remember, Lee. Not saying I'm necessarily right.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's all right. But I guess maybe that's what Danny has suggested. He mentioned that to Lee or to people who were in the class. But I would say just do whatever we're doing now, because we're just doing more or less what the book has suggested. Well, at least according to the book, I haven't seen it, but now I've seen it now, but it has no mention. So, and I've never actually heard about any other teachers that it says that you need to rub, or normally we'll say get close to it, like it's this, it's jab forward, up. So rather than just away from it. I think that's what Dennis is implying, what Professor Wang was saying. So, yeah.
And in the last bit,
Mm-hmm.
the arms open first,
Yeah.
then step in.
Yes. What you do here is from here, yeah, you cross, yeah, then you can open and then step, more or less finish together. So because open is actually longer than your step, so you can give a bit of split second of waiting, but then when you come near to the end, you step in, relax your wrist, and then close. All right. So sometimes it doesn't have to be working together, but sometimes it's just like a little bit delay, a little bit fast. That make it complete. Okay. If that makes sense to everyone. Let me just double check, because I took my earpiece off. Maybe sometimes they stop recording sound. Oh, it's working. Okay. Okay. So any other questions? No? Okay, good. Now the last one. Okay. Last one. Open. Turn palms. Collecting the chi. Squat down. Come in. Close to your belly button. And then rise up. Go out. Go forward. collect, squat, rise up, turn, last time, collect, and then slowly close together. This time is, again, overlap, no crossing thumb. Sometimes we get used to the health Qigong thing as well. Now, at this point here, we could have the ladies right in, men right, left in, okay? And then relax. So this is quite easy. There's no really major let's do that again, all right? Ready? Collect. Rise up. Collect. Rise up. Collect. Rise up. And relax. Then the tongue, tip of the tongue, roll clockwise 3 times. Anti-clockwise 3 times. Then swallow 3 lots. Okay, relax. Okay, good. That's the end. Yeah? Okay. Well done, everybody. So, any other questions from this exercise? I'm going to give you guys sort of a 10-15 minutes to practice yourself. And then we'll ask those of you. Well, I mean, those who are not revalidating can also have a little try as well, but I'll be focusing on those who requires revalidation and then go through the form from the beginning to the end. Okay? Yes, sorry, Jane. Is that Jane? Yeah. Can't hear you. Can't hear your voice. Is your speaker muted? No, anybody can anybody hear Jane? No. Have you connected to your speaker, your microphone, Jane?
Could she type in the chat? I was just doing that. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, can hear you now. Yeah. Yeah. Which golden rooster? This one is a hook. Yeah, it's a hook. Not thumb, not pressing. It's actual hook. Yeah, it's actual hook. Yeah. Actual hook. Yeah. Not the pressing thumb. All right. Yeah. Anybody else?
Master Terry, always wondered, what does Shen Shen hook actually mean? What does Shen Shen mean?
What's that?
I don't know if I pronounced it right. The Shen Shen hook with the old horse stables. When we do the Shen Shen hooks,
Yeah.
what does Shen Shen mean? I think it was spelled CHENG. Shen Shen hooks. Have I got the name right? First of all.
Not really. I don't know what it means.
No. Oh, okay. I don't know where I got that
Because
from.
you are actually pressing. Sorry.
I don't know where I got that from.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it. Let me just see. What's the name again? Sounds.
I can help if you like.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's the 2 names of the 2 points. Shang Shang.
Oh, Shang.
Shang and Shang something.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, hang on. Let me just find the English word. Let's see.
可能他说受伤的
上上
伤吧，
对对对
受伤的伤。
That's right. Yeah, it's the 2 point inside here and the outside there. Okay, so it is the yeah. Hang on a second.
So it's the acupoints that we're referring to there.
Absolutely, yes.
And it's the outside of the thumb now, not the inside. Is that
Outside there, that's right. 少商 and 商阳. 少商 and 商阳. 少商 and 商阳. Yeah.
I need to learn Chinese.
That's it, yeah. If you look at the book, if you have this book, let's see if we can you see the thumb here? Yeah. Let me just see. Yeah. Can you see that there? 商阳. Can you see? 商阳. It's here. Yeah. 少商. Can you see? Here.
Yes.
Here. Here. 少商. So it is like this. Oh, like this, sorry. Like this. Outside, inside. Okay, not this. Not like this, but the other side. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, it's difficult because you have to roll it over a bit. Well, inside is a lot more comfortable, but the Shangyang is not. Shaoshang is not there. Yeah, so it's the outside. Okay, so there, and then press. Okay, good. Okay, any other questions?
Tori,
Yeah.
you know when we're doing the rolling the tongue round, the red dragon or something. Are we facing the clock when you say it's clockwise?
That's it. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. You're facing the clock. So you just roll along the tongue in front of you of the clock. You follow the circling of the clock in front of you.